Football, bloody hell. I mean, what a night of UCL. What a night of football, to be honest. Two exciting games, and two exciting results, to be honest, where Real Madrid and Chelsea played out a thriller game, and on the other hand, in Munich, Villareal produced an historic result where they have dumped out giants like Bayern Munich against all the odds. But at first, we gotta start with what has happened at Santiago Bernabeu last night. It was complete a quarter-final classic where Real Madrid entered with a 2 goals advantage over Chelsea in this second leg, thanks to that Karim Benzema superb hat-trick at Stamford Bridge. And well, it was a home game for Real Madrid, and to be honest, no one expected to see what they had saw last night at Santiago Bernabeu because Chelsea almost did it. Chelsea almost got into the lead with 4 goals to 3 on aggregate, thanks to the goals of Mason Mount, Anthony Rudiger, and Timo Werner. And the way Chelsea had played this game was really brave, to be honest, because in front of those Real Madrid supporters, and that too in Santiago Bernabeu, it's never gonna be easy for them. But Tuchel made some very good tactical changes and got things right. And right from the start of this game, it was Chelsea. It was Chelsea all over the Real Madrid. The press, the possession, the build-ups, the tackles, the duels, it was all won by Chelsea up till that 70-minute mark. And well, it was a really smart selection of lineup from Tuchel for this game, because if you look at the lineup, Chelsea almost played with the 3 centre-backs, with Reece James, who is a right back but almost played as a 3rd centre-back in this game, and Loftus-Cheek, who was right wing back, but in this game he was often drifting inside to create that overload in the midfield to win that position. And to be honest, Loftus-Cheek and Reece James down that right side were creating a lot of trouble for Real Madrid. And also in the midfield, the energy with which Chelsea were playing was incredible, and having Kovacic and Kante in that middle of the path was an excellent decision by Tuchel, to be honest. Because as Chelsea was pressing high on the pitch, the backline was quite open, and you all know how lethal Real Madrid is on the counters and to exploit those spaces. But the energy with which Chelsea was playing was an incredible, and with which Kante and Kovacic were closing down the players, tracking back whenever they lose the ball was so crucial for Chelsea to keep up the pressure. And to be honest, if VAR would not have intervened this game, Chelsea would have gone on to win the game, because that Marcus Alonso's goal, which was eventually turned down by VAR and given the decision as a handball. Well, it was kind of controversial decision. Do let me know your thought. Was it a handball or not? But anyway, for Real Madrid, all it took that one moment, that one magical assist from Luka Modric outside of his right foot, a perfectly weighted ball for Rodrigo, who was just making the run inside the box. He gets onto the ball and equalized for Real Madrid, and out of nowhere, Real Madrid was back in the game. And we're talking about Luka Modric. I mean, no matter who you support, you gotta love this guy, the way he leads the team, the way he controls the game, because in the 85th minute, where every player seems to tired out, this 36-year-old guy steps up and wins his challenges. He wins the ball in the midfield, he drifts away from the player, he makes those forward runs. It is incredible. This guy is just unbelievable, to be honest. And well, indeed, the goal came out of nowhere, and to be honest, this kind of sums up the whole story of Real Madrid for this season, because they heavily rely on individual brilliance. And Real Madrid is kind of team which is very difficult to understand, because at times they are too good for any team, but sometimes they just makes you think, is this the same team that we are watching? But still, no matter how bad they play, there is something about them that will eventually help them to get over the line. And just like in today's game, after that Rodrigo's equalizer, the game got into extra time, and in 96th minute, the duo of Vinicius and Benzema stepped up. Vinicius got into 1v1 position, I think, against Loftus-Cheek. He cuts him and he gets onto the byline. He puts a beautiful chip onto which Karim Benzema gets onto it, to be honest. And it had to be him. And it was the simplest of header he could have imagined to put Real Madrid ahead and put them right into semi-finals. And well, for Chelsea, you gotta feel bad for them, because come on, that was an incredible fight. But still, they got their chances into extra time, but they didn't make the most out of it. Because into extra time, if you look at the back four of Real Madrid, they were playing with Carvajal and Alaba as centre backs, and full backs were Lucas Vazquez and Marcelo. And that's why if you get these chances against this back four, you gotta make the most out of it. But Chelsea failed to do it, because Pulisic had 2 great chances, Kai Havertz missed an header, and also Jorginho who had an open corner to put the ball back into net, but still he pulls it wide and missed that chance. And well, yeah, I think that's all costed them, because against Real Madrid, if you got such chances, you have to score, and if you didn't, you're gonna see these consequences. Because on the other hand, if you look at Real Madrid, they got very few chances in this game, but still they were clinical enough, and that's why they are right now into the semi-finals. But still, you gotta appreciate the fight from Chelsea, because at Santiago Bernabeu, it's never gonna be easy. But still, the way they have played this game, it's absolutely incredible. But eventually, it all came down to those missed chances and that single individual error from Anthony Rudiger to give that kind of free space to none other than Karim Benzema to allow him to head the ball back into the net, which of course put Real Madrid into the lead and into the semi-finals. And now coming on to what happened at Munich yesterday, where Unai Emery's Yellow Submarine produced a result which is gonna be remembered for ages, and of course is gonna go down into the history books. And well, Villareal have come a long way in this tournament. They have knocked out Juventus and now a giant like Bayern Munich. I mean, what an incredible job Unai Emery has been doing. Last season he gave them Europa League, and now he has put his side right into the semi-finals. I mean, this is a perfect response for those who criticized him for his spell at Arsenal. And of course, it's kind of a fairy tale stuff for a club like Villareal, because it's kind of a club which is run in a proper way, like a proper football club, which is very rare to see nowadays. And that's why they deserve every bit of joy, every bit of success they are achieving under Unai Emery. And now for, of course, a club like Bayern Munich, it's a big blow, because over these two legs, it was Bayern Munich who dominated the position, but still, it was Villareal who looked more threatening in the attack. And in the game like this, where you think Bayern Munich will get over it, because coming on to this game, there was just single goal difference. Bayern Munich was trailing with just a single goal, and it was a home game for Bayern Munich, and of course we all thought it's gonna be Bayern Munich who will get the job done at the end. But kudos to Villareal, they were stubborn, they set up well. Defensively, they soaked up the pressure very well, and even after the goal of Lewandowski, which brought them back at the level terms with Villareal. But Villareal has been the better side throughout these two legs, because they played by their game plan, which is to defend the lead and play on the counter whenever they got the chance. And they look really threatening right into the last minutes. They caught Bayern Munich at the dead, a quick counter attack where in the end Chikwueze did the job and put Villareal right into the semi-finals, and that's kind of a history created. It's a special moment for a club like Villareal, and of course they deserve this goal. And they deserve to be in the semi-finals. So that's it for today, guys. Do let me know your thoughts about this video, and also just answer this question: as Bayern Munich now have been knocked out of UCL, is Real Madrid now the favourites to win Champions League? Do let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and as usual, I'll meet you very soon with another new video. Until that time, enjoy the game.